This month, the Plaquemines Parish jury awarded the parish a $745 million verdict against oil giant Chevron for damage to coastal marshes dating back decades.
It's a landmark decision in a battle that's lasted more than a decade. WWL Chief Investigator David Hammer covered that case from the very beginning, and he has this report on the verdict's far-reaching implications.
It hurts my heart because these companies have done so much for the community of Plaquemines Parish.
This industry has hijacked our democracy.
There's been an intense amount of pressure placed on parish councilmen to kill the lawsuit entirely.
Plaquemines should be the last one to file a suit like this.
This is not the way to do it.
They found out that outside lawyers hired by the parish council had key political connections.
All lawyers give to judges. This is extortion. Anyone could have applied. I mean, it was sent out. It's been a long road.
For 12 long years, trial lawyer John Carmouche took on oil giant Chevron in the heart of oil and gas country. This month, he won a whopping $750 million for Plaquemines Parish, dedicated for coastal restoration. And only by winning can he now go and ask the judge to order Chevron to cover his hefty fees.
I'm not sure you could go on the street and tell somebody, you know, look, I want you to work for 12 years fighting, being criticized personally, your family being attacked, and you might get a big sum of money at the end of it, but maybe you won't. Do you want to do that? I'm not sure you would find too many people that would do that.
But you did.
I did.
Carmouche said the case turned when jurors saw photos of the damage caused by Chevron's predecessor, Texaco, dumping wastewater into pits like these, and video of how it still pollutes the coast to this day.
They discharge over 100 million gallons of waste in just this site. Just imagine how much waste was discharged across the state of Louisiana that's still sitting on the bottom in the sediment. You can't see it, but when you go stir it up, you see it.
The impact of this massive verdict can't be understated, and not just by the winners.
This has far-reaching implications for the future of the energy economy in the state of Louisiana.
Mark Earhart is president of the Grow Louisiana Coalition. He says the state must reverse course now.
The people who are in Louisiana's energy industry, they can talk to their local officials. That's where it starts, is in the parishes. And they can go and say, look, I don't care what they did over in Plaquemines Parish. It is not worth sacrificing our energy economy in southeast Louisiana.
Earhart points a finger squarely at Governor Jeff Landry and Attorney General Liz Murrill for breaking with the Trump administration and supporting Plaquemines Parish in its lawsuit against Chevron.
In this situation, they're standing on the side of the trial lawyers.
Joining that criticism is President Trump's former U.S. Attorney General Bill Barr.
We see now a letter from former Attorney General Bill Barr to Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill, arguing that the activities prior to 1980, when the permits were required, should not be punished. What's your reaction to that?
So the law is very clear. The law says that if you illegally commenced or illegally established and continued your operations past 1980, then you needed a coastal use permit. And when you got the coastal use permit, you would have had to restore the property to its original condition. So they had a choice.
In 2015, there was a local campaign to kill the lawsuits. It failed.
Believe me, I wish it would have worked out differently those years ago. Now we're at a crossroads. Now we're sitting here with something where not only $745 million, the lawyer was not even out of the courtroom or courthouse, and he said we're going for $400 million more.
Plus, he's going to get attorney fees.
I guess. I guess. And you go, you know, at what point do we go, come on, man, what are we doing? Save us from ourselves.
Larger efforts to block the lawsuits in the state legislature met the same fate.
You've said for the last decade, and groups that are associated with the oil industry have said over the last decade, that this creates a judicial hellhole in Louisiana.
Yeah.
That this type of lawsuit being allowed to go forward, efforts have been made to reform that. They've failed. So has this actually hurt the state of Louisiana's oil and gas business over the last decade like they said it would?
I think so. In South Louisiana, where you had up to 4 dozen rigs running at any time, maybe even more over time, that we are exponentially lower these days with any rigs running in South Louisiana.
I've been hearing that story for 20 years, and this is my theory. We want the oil and gas industry in Louisiana. We need them, but we have to have an economic balance. And the only way we can bring good oil companies back in the state of Louisiana is to relieve this liability.
With 40 more parish cases still pending, Carmouche is counting on that sentiment continuing to prevail, while the energy sector hopes it can still turn the tide. David Hammer, WWL, Louisiana.
Chevron says it will appeal the jury's verdict. Attorney General Liz Murrill issued a statement saying, quote, "It's wrong for anyone to say I'm supporting the trial lawyers. I'm supporting the state and will do what's right." While the governor said in part, quote, "There is no one who has stood beside President Trump and his energy policies more than me. No one besides myself and AG Murrill have defended these energy companies more than us. We are trying to protect our coast."